The pyramids are the most studied structures on Earth, and yet they remain the least understood. For over 4,000 years, they have stood in silence, outlasting empires, religions, and entire civilizations. We are told they were built as tombs. But if that were the full truth, why does so much not add up? Tonight, we're not exploring myths. We're following the evidence. The Great Pyramid was built around 2560 BCE. At that time, humanity had no steel, no machines, no electricity, yet this structure was aligned with mathematical precision that would challenge engineers even today. The question isn't how impressive it is. The question is why such perfection was necessary at all. Officially, the pyramids were built as tombs for pharaohs, monuments to ensure their safe passage into the afterlife. But here's the first problem. Inside the Great Pyramid, no mummy was ever found. No inscriptions, no funerary texts. For a supposed tomb, it is strangely empty. Egyptian tombs were traditionally filled with carvings, spells, names, and warnings. Yet the Great Pyramid contains none of this. It lacks the very things every other royal tomb contains. That absence is not accidental. It suggests the pyramids served a purpose, very different from simple burial. Then there's the precision. The Great Pyramid is aligned almost perfectly to true north, south, east, and west. The margin of error is less than what modern GPS technology easily achieves. This level of accuracy serves no symbolic purpose. It serves a functional one. Its dimensions encode mathematical constants. Pi, the golden ratio. These weren't decorative choices. They were deliberate. Ancient Egyptian builders didn't stumble into this knowledge. They applied it, which raises a deeper question. What were they trying to achieve? The answer lies in how the Egyptians viewed reality itself. To them, death was not the end. It was a transition. The pyramid was not a tomb. It was a machine, a structure designed to guide consciousness from one state of existence to another. The internal shafts of the pyramid align with specific star systems. Orion, Sirius. These were not random choices. They were sacred gateways, paths the soul was believed to travel after death. The pharaoh was not seen as a man. He was seen as a bridge between earth and the divine. The pyramid amplified this role. It anchored cosmic order, what the Egyptians called mat. But here's where it gets even stranger. The stones used in the Great Pyramid weigh up to 80 tons each. They were placed with such precision that a blade cannot fit between them. This wasn't brute force. It was advanced planning. On a civilizational scale, the pyramid also sits on a limestone plateau that naturally conducts electromagnetic energy. Some researchers believe the structure was designed to resonate, not with electricity, but with vibration, sound, frequency, resonance. Ancient texts describe rituals involving chanting inside stone chambers. Sound wasn't ceremonial, it was functional. The pyramid may have acted as a resonant chamber, altering perception and consciousness. This explains why later civilizations could not replicate the pyramids. The knowledge wasn't lost accidentally. It was guarded. And when Egypt declined, that knowledge faded with it. The pyramids were not built for worship. They were not built for vanity. They were built to preserve balance between life and death, earth and sky, human and divine. Modern science is only now beginning. to understand what the ancients already knew. That structure matters, that geometry influences reality, that consciousness is not confined to the body. The pyramids were not primitive experiments. They were the final expression of a civilization at its peak, built not to impress the living, but to guide the soul beyond death. And yet, this raises a final question. If the pyramids were part of a larger system, what else did the Egyptians know? And why were certain gods, certain rituals, and certain truths erased? Because if the pyramids were built to guide the dead, then someone had to judge them. And that story begins with a god they tried to forget. Subscribe for the next explanation of the forgotten worlds.